So, my mate Nick keeps breaking his phones. So, last year I got him one of these Redmi Note 9 Pros. Good little phone, does what it needs to do. He's a wonderful musician. You go and listen to it. But anyway, he smashed it, which he smashes all his phones. So I'm using my hot air gun here, and I've already opened this, but I'm just doing it again to show. So I'm heating it up, and you got to be careful. You don't want to put too much heat in, but you need enough heat to melt the glue. So the backing's kind of a glass backing with a bit of metal, but you need to heat it up. And once you heat it up enough, you can start prising it off. Now, to prise it off, believe it or not, a guitar pick's pretty good, or you can buy some tools. They're pretty cheap, but you really need a suction cup as well. So you get one of these suction cups. Let me just show you. Yeah. And then you put that on the back, and you get it stuck on, and then you pull it, and then you get your guitar pick, and nice thin one's really good, and you'll slip it in, and then you can slowly drag it around, and that removes all the glue. See? And you pull it down, and it removes the glue, and it slowly comes off. So you can finally get it all the way around, and it'll just come off the back. Again, using the suction cup to pull it off. Good pull, gently does it, and you haven't damaged anything because all the important bits are right in the inside the phone. They're not in the back, and then you need to scrape the glue off. Okay, to repair the back, because it's the back's been smashed, which is a glass back. Lots of phones have these ceramic glass backs. I'm going to use a bit of super glue, and I'm going to pour it all over in the cracks. Don't do this on a screen. And then I'm going to bend it to get the super glue into the crack itself. And then I'm going to use a super glue accelerant, which is fantastic. I have heard you can actually use a solution of bicarbonate of soda, but don't quote me on it. I bought some stuff. It's not great. Don't let the kids around. Anyway, it's not going to look great, but it doesn't matter because it's going to go into a good case. But we just need to stabilize it. And instead of buying a new one, we've got a cheap solution of getting some super glue into those cracks and then using a cyanoacrylate. I get the right word. Cyanoacrylate accelerator. Sure. I don't know. 4 years of medical biochemistry, and I can actually pronounce a word. Right. As you can see, it's going to look bloody awful. So if this is a professional repair, don't do it. Yeah. And then you can see I'm bending it to get the super glue into the cracks, and then I'm going to give it a jolly good spray, and we're going to bind it all in. So nasty stuff, this stuff, so make sure you're in a very well ventilated room when you do it, and it just takes a couple of sprays. I think I'm doing too much there. Anyway, let's get all the little screws inside the thing. Now watch out, there's normally some hidden screws that you have to get, so you've got to take off all the screws, and then you can do the next stage. So once we've removed all of the screws and the covers, you can see where there's a little press to fit cable ribbon. It's pretty easy. Just be really careful with them, but you can ease them off. Always use plastic tools because you're right in the heart of the electronics now. So you can see I'm just finding the right tool. This one will do. And very carefully you can just prise, to excuse a hand in the way. Now I'm showing you where the ribbon cable actually goes through the metal frame and attaches to the screen. So it's that middle one there. And that you can push through the metal casing. And that is how you do that. Now the next stage is basically the same as taking the back off, is we need to heat up the outer, and we need to prise it off using exactly the same way. So we're going to very carefully, heating them, checking that it's hot to touch but not too hot, not going to burn anything. And we're going to use our tools again, our plectrums, to try and get this off. Now, my mate Nick, he's a musician. You can please follow him. Look him up, Nick the Fish. He's a stunning musician. He really is. I mean, he plays guitar like amazing. When I first met him, many moons ago, I first met him on my first day at university, and he had his guitar with him, and he could play. And I had a guitar as well, really rubbish one, and I can't play at all. So Nick taught me how to play guitar, and became my best mate over the years. We've had so many adventures together, did so many wonderful things. We've gone off to tramping around Europe, doing amazing little things, and it's always fun. Nick's always fun, and he's a fantastic guitarist. So, and singer, just listen to him. Go and look up Nick the Fish. He plays around Devon, and he's just stunning. And he's had a torrid time. This awful COVID lockdown has he's got no money. He's caused endless problems. So go and see one of his shows and listen to it. I should really put some music on. And this gets down to the heart of cameras. Why do I like repairing stuff? It's because it's environmentally friendly. It's a fantastic thing. We can take something that would just hit the bin, and we can turn it back. And this phone, my mate Nick does live broadcasts. You know, we bought a cheap Boya microphone that you can plug into the phone. Really recommended, and he can do live broadcasts, and he's been doing some stunning live broadcasts all the last year and a half. He's been doing his little live broadcasts from his little van, and it's wonderful to hear him. I have great fun listening to him, and just put it on the old Facebook on my television, and I can listen to him, and it's like having a concert. But now things are opening up again. Please have a look, Nick the Fish. You can sign up or go on Facebook and follow him, and you can find out about his gigs, and go and enjoy yourself. And you will not be disappointed. He is amazing. So we've got get the camera right. Get the camera right. So we've made progress. There we go. We can pull and get the guitar pick in, and there it goes. This was actually easier than taking the back off, screens off, and not quite as heavily stuck in. So we're gonna keep on going around, as you can see. Be careful. There's no camera behind that. It's just a hole, these little notch holes for the front-facing camera. So you're not gonna the ribbon's right in the center. I mean, not every phone's like this, but these Xiaomi phones are fantastic. I highly recommend them. Don't this phone cost 140 quid. His wonderful mum and dad actually paid for it because he smashed his last phone and he needed it for doing his little live broadcasts. So I've got a Poco phone F1, and man, that is such a good phone. So I love the Xiaomi phones. They're little rice in Chinese, and they're just as good. They really are, and you can get a stunning phone for very little cash. And they really are. They've got a decent camera. They've got good microphones. You can really get good sound out of them. So there we are. We're threading the little. We've taken it all out, and we just need to remove those little bits of smash glass from us when he dropped it a couple of days ago. And that's it. So we're going to get the new screen, and we're going to reverse the process, put it all in, and my mate's got a functioning phone, works brilliantly, and it didn't cost him much. It cost him about 32 quid for the new screen, and I'm of course not charging him for this one. And we have lots of happy phones. So if you want your phone fixed, get in touch, and I will try to help you. Simple as that. Thank you.